Why Agent Willmore?
Why Agent Cook?
You picked a great day to be late. There's some big gun in from D.C. I don't know what's up, but it looks serious.
Yeah, he's probably here to make sure we're not stealing paper clips.
Why don't you have a second cup of coffee, then come see me? Hey, partner, how's it going?
So who's the big gun from D.C.?
I think his name is Skinner. Assistant Director Skinner.
Did, Shank seem upset?
Well, he smiled at me. That's never a good sign. You better look busy until we know what's going on.
Willmore.
Agent Willmore, I want to see you in my office. Come in. This is Assistant Director Skinner.
Agent Willmore?
Sir?
Two of my agents are missing, Fox Mulder and Dana Scully. I haven't heard from them in 3 days. I'm extremely concerned.
Where were they last seen?
In my office in D.C., right before they left.
Have they disappeared before?
No, not like this.
What case were they working on?
I'm not quite sure. All I have is this travel requisition which shows that they were going to Everett, Washington.
These two agents were able to function with a high degree of autonomy due to the nature of the cases they pursued.
Do you know of anything unusual in Everett?
There's nothing that I'm aware of.
Can I get their cell phone numbers?
You'll find it in the dossier, however they're not answering.
What should I do with my current cases?
Hand them off to Cook. I know he's busy, but this is priority.
Should Cook be involved in this investigation?
Well, it's up to you, really. You know the Bureau's policy on backup? I would suggest you use all available resources.
Are they romantically involved?
I don't know. I don't think so.
File an APB on Mulder and Scully, then give your current case files to Cook. A.D. Skinner will join you shortly.
So, okay. What's happening? You can't just sit on this. You gotta tell me what's happening.
Jesus, if there's a brass butt in the building, you're gonna kiss it, aren't you?
Oh, come on, man, tell me.
There's a couple of missing agents he's trying to find, okay? I got a letter from Barbara.
Anything good?
Not really.
Too bad. I'm sorry. You should try to let that go.
What case is she working on?
Pull tab counterfeiters and the militia group still active in the Northern Cascades. And an assist to the DEA on a meth lab ring, but I'm handling things okay.
Shanks wants me to hand my cases off to you.
Great. Thanks, Golden Boy.
Why didn't those agents inform us when they came into town?
I suggest we start with the motel where Mulder and Scully are staying. I'll be waiting for you in the car.
A blue one and a white one and a yellow one and a orange one.
Can I help you?
Hope there aren't any surprises waiting for us in their rooms.
Well, they've surprised me before, but I know what you're saying.
They didn't have any enemies, did they?
Everyone has enemies, Agent Willmore.
Why didn't they contact our offices before they began their investigation?
Actually, that's one of the questions that I'd like answered.
Why would they stay in Everett instead of Seattle?
I have no idea. Maybe they were being budget-minded.
You sure I can't help you, gentlemen? Please don't do that. Do you know how many people do that with me sitting right here?
No.
Well, you're not the first.
We're looking for information on 2 FBI agents who checked in here.
Can you show me some identification? Mm-hmm. And their names would be?
Agents Mulder and Scully.
Oh, yeah. They paid for a week in advance, room 3 and 4. That's them.
Did you notice anything unusual about the 2 agents?
The guy was kind of spooky. Other than that, no.
Did anything unusual occur while they were here?
Not that I can remember.
Do you have the make and license number of their rental car?
Sure, it's on the form, assuming they told the truth.
Could you write it down for me, please? Would you take us to their rooms, please?
Sure, come this way.
Would you like a gumball?
All the time.
Thank you. I didn't have a nickel.
Your little girl is beautiful.
Thank you. She's 3.
Here we go. This is his room. She stays next door.
Thank you.
I hope there aren't any dead bodies in here. I got finals coming up next week. You can get in and out through here.
Did they ask you to unlock those doors?
Did they look unlocked? No, they didn't.
Thank you. We'll, let you know if we need anything else.
You know where to find me.
Why don't you start with Mulder's room? I'll take Scully's. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. I can't decide if that's good or bad.
How long have you known them?
4 years now. I've known Mulder longer than that. I guess it's been almost 6.
Do you know what Scully's password is?
I don't know. Try Faith.
Faith didn't work. Any other ideas?
Tried Descartes. Other than that, I don't know. Maybe you should get the Seattle PD Computer Crimes Division to see if they can crack it.
Should we check the outgoing calls?
That's a good idea. The clerk will probably have a record.
What now?
Agent Mulder has some interesting reading habits.
That's where that went. That's supposed to stay in the lobby.
Do you keep a record of outgoing calls?
Sure, for billing purposes.
Could I get a copy, please?
Great. Give me a minute. I want you to know you're putting me behind.
Sorry, I don't mean to bother you at work.
Funny.
What's your major?
I'm working on a law degree.
Can you remember anything that might help us?
No, I'm sorry. They checked in and left that evening. I didn't see them after that. What are you, a child? I said don't do that.
It would be helpful to have some background on the case your agent was pursuing.
Wouldn't it? When I have some, I'll share it with you. I'm gonna pretend you're not doing that. Why don't you check out the main floor? I'm gonna take a look in there.
found blood. Someone got shot. Why would Mulder and Scully have called this location?
I don't know anything about that.
If they were killed, where are the bodies?
I doubt the killers would leave the bodies of 2 federal agents lying here for us to find. If they're dead, we'll probably never find them. Let's just hope that's not the case. Now, if we delay any longer, we'll be lucky to find anything.
That blood is troubling.
It doesn't look very good, does it? Let's have it analyzed and hope it belongs to someone else.
The bullet passed through. The victim may only have been injured.
And that's assuming they were only shot once. But I appreciate your optimism, Agent Willmore.
What do you think about that?
I don't know, but I suggest you minimize your contact with it until we have it analyzed.
I'll have some DNA tests run on the blood.
I'll take a sample to the Side Crime Lab in D.C. and have it analyzed.
There's an old fisherman out back. Should we talk to him?
Agent Willmore, FBI. Like to ask you a few questions. What's your name?
James Wong.
What can you tell me about that warehouse?
Not much. It's a warehouse. I don't know, I just dock here. They used to haul a lot of cargo in and out of there. Armed guards sometimes. Lately it's been pretty quiet, which ain't too surprising, considering what's been going on around here.
And what exactly is that?
Fish been drying up.
Have you noticed any unusual activity?
Not really, just the fact the warehouse has been a lot quieter than usual.
You been here this last week?
Pretty much.
And you haven't seen or heard anything unusual?
No, I try to get home by dusk, see my family.
Tell me about your family.
Why?
Curious. Just want to know about your family, that's all.
Okay. Wife, little girl.
How old's your daughter?
7.
Young for a man your age. I'm surprised.
I eat a lot of fish.
Is your wife younger than you?
Young enough to have a 7-year-old.
How long have you been in this country?
My accent give it away, huh? 10, 11 years, maybe.
Where you from, Mr. Wong?
China. I left Canton in 1985.
Any reason why we'd find blood in that warehouse?
No, industrial accident maybe, I don't know.
Does this look familiar to you?
No. What is it?
Why don't you let me ask the questions? Can I get a cigarette from you?
Sorry, I don't smoke. Gives you cancer. Don't you watch the news?
So what's happened to the fishing?
I don't know, but it's getting bad. Some folks say it's from overfishing.
How long's this been going on?
Long enough for a lot of guys to move on. Can't make ends meet. I'm thinking about it myself.
That sedan's been following us since we left the field office.
Who do you think it is?
Someone who's interested in what we're doing.
Do you think they know about Mulder and Scully?
It's possible, yes. Let's trace that license number, get your film developed.
No film. It's digital.
Hey, Mr. Willmore. Good to see you. It's been a while.
Hey, John. How have you been?
Bored. I hope you have something real exciting for me.
I do my best.
So, what have you got?
You working on anything good?
Nope. It's been very slow. I count on you FBI guys to keep my life interesting. No thanks, I'm trying to quit.
That's very funny.
Thank you. One Morley cigarette butt. I'll give it the once over. What have we here? You're gonna have to do better than this. I can tell you right now what this is. It's industrial grade lead.
Lead?
Yeah.
Why lead?
I don't know. It's used for anything from weighing scuba divers to lining X-ray vests. Pretty common stuff.
Is there any reason why someone would treat this like contraband?
Nope. It's neither illegal nor sexy. There's no reason why anybody should want or need to smuggle it anywhere.
How's your wife?
Ex, you mean? She's good. She's taking the kids to her mom's for Easter. Yours?
My wife?
No, your ex-kids. Yeah, your wife.
Good, I guess. We haven't really spoken in a while.
What's this, blood?
Very good.
You got a target to match it to? I can tell you the blood type, but without a target for a DNA test, there's not much I can do. What's the case?
A couple of missing FBI agents. We think the blood may belong to one of them.
That's too bad. I'd suggest you have the Cycrime lab in D.C. run it. They could probably match it against the current agent database pretty quickly.
Hey, don't you owe me $1?
From what, that basketball game? No way, that crooked partner of yours cheated.
Cook? He never cheated a day in his life.
Don't hold your breath over that buck. The boys in the crime lab are officially protesting. Finally, something that looks like evidence. Thought you boys had gone dumpster diving or something. One slug. Looks like a .38. It's not in very good shape. Standard stuff, I guess?
Yeah, I dug it out of a hunk of wood.
You got it.
I'll be reviewing my notes in the meeting room.
Hey, pal, how's it going out there? I'm sure you're sucking up to Skinner appropriately.
Well, I learned how to suck up from you, remember?
Oh, yeah, right. What's Skinner like?
Kind of a tight ass.
Well, I'm sure he's torqued about his missing people. What's with the laptop?
Oh, Scully's. It's password protected.
You want me to call Computer Crimes Division, see what they can do?
No, I'll do it.
Okay, fine.
You know, it could be better.
Well, that's too bad. What's the problem?
None of these leads makes any sense.
Well, give it some time.
We don't have time.
I hear you.
I just don't have much of a handle on what's happening here.
This is a problem. Talk to me.
There's no clear-cut event I can get my brain around.
Maybe it's just working under Skinner. I know I'd be nervous if it were me.
Yeah, it could be that, I guess. I'm just not thinking very clearly.
Have you been sleeping?
Not very well.
That's not good. Maybe you should see a doctor.
Yeah. Barbara's letter kind of rattled me.
I bet. Sorry.
Thanks. I just need to get it together. You know, lives are on the line and I just gotta suck it up and get the job done. Well, they're still missing.
Thanks for the bulletin. But really, anything I can do to help?
No, not right now.
Well, if you think of anything, you let me know.
I will, thanks.
Agent Willmore, the prodigal son returns.
I could use some help with this case.
Okay, let me review your notes. Let's see. I'd run a background check on Wong. Rest of it looks pretty good.
Could you run a background check on James Wong?
Sure, no problem. I'll email you the results.
How things been going here?
Pretty quiet. They moved on the militia group. You missed all that fun. But other than that, there hasn't been a whole lot going on.
Why were we being followed?
I don't know, but whoever's involved in this case isn't afraid of the FBI. There could be an underworld connection.
You think the blood belongs to one of your agents?
I can't rule it out. But I'll wait for the test results before making a determination. I suggest you do the same, Agent Willmore.
What do you think that black powder is?
I don't know, but if it's some form of contraband, it might help to explain Mulder and Scully's disappearance.
What do you think that powdered lead is being used for?
I don't know. That one has me really stumped. It could be a byproduct of weapons manufacture. I suggest you conduct a little research.
I could run a DNA test on the saliva on that cigarette.
That's a bit of a stretch, Agent Willmore. I wouldn't waste my time.
Is there any connection with the decline in fishing?
I don't see any obvious connection. Sport fishing isn't a federal offense.
You think Wong is involved?
I don't know. Did you get the sense that he knew more than he was telling you?
He's definitely hiding something.
A.D. Skinner, you've got a call on line 1.
This is Skinner. I understand. I have to go back to Washington immediately. I'll take some of the blood back to the lab in D.C. for analysis. I want you to begin surveillance on that warehouse tonight. These 2 agents are very important to me.
Hey, did you get the number of that bus?
You okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna live, unfortunately, until Shanks gets a hold of me. Well, we better see if anything's missing.
Scully's laptop is missing.
That's your phone.
Is this Agent Willmore?
Yes.
Agent Willmore, this is Agent Pendrell of the Psi Crime Lab in D.C. I completed the preliminary analysis of the blood sample from your office. I'm afraid I got some bad news. It looks like that blood belongs to Agent Scully.
Oh, Jesus. Are you certain?
Fairly. I mean, a more detailed analysis will confirm it, but I'm pretty sure that's Scully's blood. So at the very least, we know she's been injured. Was there much blood at the scene?
Yeah, a fair amount.
Well, let's hope it's not as bad as it looks.
Yeah, okay. Thanks for the call.
Sure. If anything changes, I'll let you know.
Sure, no problem.
Oh, Agent Willmore?
Yeah?
Keep me informed, okay?
All right, thanks.
More good news. That fisherman you interviewed yesterday, he's just been shot to death.
How did you know about Wong?
What?
How did you know I went to see Wong yesterday?
You told me. Hey, I was the one hit on the head, remember?
I didn't tell you about Wong.
Oh, well, I guess Skinner must have mentioned it.
So? What happened to you?
I came in early to catch up on your work, and someone jumped me.
Did you see who hit you?
Nope. Whoever did it was real quiet.
Why did they only take Scully's laptop?
You got me. Shanks is gonna be furious.
Not to mention Skinner.
Oh, now there's something to look forward to. First they disappear, then we lose his prize agent's confidential records. I don't know what you're involved in, but someone's got some big brass ones in order to steal equipment from an FBI field office.
Sorry, Chief. It's a crime scene. No civilians. Sorry. Should have said something. I can't read your mind.
Well, congratulations, old-timer. I don't know what you were doing, but you just warranted the involvement of the federal government. Lucky you.
So what have you got?
Well, Agent Willmore, barring any unexpected revelation, looks like somebody shot this man in the back of the head.
Have we met?
Yeah, we both worked on that kidnapping last year, remember?
Sorry.
No problem. It was a big team.
So what was the time of death?
Well, preliminarily, I'd say he's been dead for about 6 hours, so that would make the time of death early in the a.m.
What caliber weapon was used?
Big, 45 looks like, maybe a 357. Hit him in the mastoid bone. That's that big, spongy mass of bone behind the ear. It shatters more easily, so there's an inordinate amount of damage. A lot of bone fragments get driven up into the brain. That's where Oswald hit JFK.
I take it you subscribe to the lone gunman theory.
No, I think aliens killed JFK.
Any sign of a struggle?
Nope. Either he was totally surprised or he knew his killer.
I gather there were no witnesses.
I don't think so, but you better check with Detective Astadorian. Medical examiner doesn't get much chance to interrogate bystanders.
Can I get some copies of those?
Sure. Give me a name.
Craig Willmore, FBI.
No problem. It'll take a couple days.
Any idea what happened?
No.
Any thought on motive?
Robbery'd be my guess. Ask Astadorian. It's her case.
I'm sorry. I'll be with you in just a minute. Sorry about that. What can I do for you?
Special Agent Craig Willmore, FBI.
FBI? What's the Bureau's interest in this case?
Wong lied to me when I questioned him yesterday.
This is not surprising. What did he lie to you about?
His background.
Well, if I had a background like his, I'd probably lie about it too. So, what did you say you're investigating again?
I can't reveal that to you.
Charming. Well, listen, Mr. Federal Bureau of Instigation, you better reveal something to me or I'll have you escorted off this crime scene.
You can't do that.
Try me.
I'm sorry. You're right. I'm investigating the disappearance of 2 FBI agents. I spotted Wong, asked him a few questions about the warehouse. He lied to me. Now he's dead. I'm not certain what the connection is, but I'm pretty certain there is one.
I'll buy that. Interesting. This case just went from routine to fun. Thanks.
Anytime.
By the way, I really respect a man who backs down when threatened.
Any reports of trouble in this area?
No. All's quiet on the waterfront.
That's too bad.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be nice to just pin this on gang activity and be done with it?
So, what have you got?
Harbor Master found the body. He was shot once in the back of the head, large caliber by the looks of it, no witnesses, no sign of struggle.
That's it?
So far.
Any thoughts on motive?
Robbery, most likely.
So what was stolen?
Haven't quite gotten there yet, just about to go onto the boat.
Well, robbery seems unlikely to me. Didn't look like the old guy had much.
Probably true. But you'd be amazed at what people will kill for. He probably had a cigar box full of cash. Unless maybe he was killed for squealing to the feds.
I wish I thought that was funny.
Well, Wong didn't exactly run with the most desirable crowd.
So, where's the harbor master?
Gone for coffee.
Have you questioned him yet?
Nope. Next on my list after search boat. Answer me this. Where'd he put his fish?
What?
His catch. Where'd he put his catch? There's no freezers. Hell, there's not even an ice chest on board. So where'd the fish go? And by the looks of it, those are some pretty serious gas tanks down there.
Did you know fish stocks have been declining in this area recently?
No. Where'd you pick that up at?
Wong told me yesterday.
Ah, well, there's a reliable source.
What's the Terracon?
What?
Terracon. What is it?
I don't know. Why?
I found this slicker in the cabin labeled the Terracon.
I guess it's the name of the boat. No. This boat's called the Agrippa.
Well, I guess that adds another mystery to your list, doesn't it? Did you know Mr. Wong was taking stolen painkillers?
What the hell are you talking about?
I found a cache of pills in his cabin. No prescription labels, obviously stolen goods. Industrial state quantities, too.
How interesting. Well, that certainly adds a sordid little wrinkle to things, doesn't it?
So, you still think the motive for his murder was robbery?
Let's just see what the autopsy reveals, all right?
I'm finished. I'm gonna take Wong here for his free ride.
Ask her to give me a call when she's finished.
Okay. It was a pretty easy morning. It shouldn't take too long.
Thanks.
So, what's your theory on the hold?
My guess is that Wong was not quite what he seemed. I think this boat was being used for something other than fishing, which certainly puts a spin on his murder. The harbor master's returned.
Well, hello. I wish you told me there was two of you. I'd have brought another coffee.
That's all right. Agent Willmore here is trying to cut down.
Well, still, I could have brought you decaf.
Agent Willmore is with the FBI. You mind telling him what happened this morning?
Sure. Well, I noticed that that Wong's boat didn't go out this morning like usual. I thought maybe he was a little under the weather. So when I went to check on him, I found him lying right where you saw him. I went and called the police and went to get coffee.
How long have you known Wong?
Oh, a few years. Started docking here in '94, I think. Yeah, early '94.
Did Mr. Wong have any enemies?
I don't think so. I would say no, but, hell, these days, I don't know anything anymore.
Did you know if Mr. Wong had any financial difficulties?
No, I don't. I always paid his berth fees on time. Of course, things have been hard on everybody around here lately. I imagine he was feeling it, too.
Did you notice anything unusual happening here last night?
No, none at all. In fact, it was real quiet.
How do these boats normally store their catch?
Well, usually they got what they call a live well in the hold. It keeps water circulating over the fish. Some of the bigger outfits will have a refrigerated holding tank.
Any idea why Wong's boat would have neither?
No, I just don't imagine he had the money to upgrade something like that. That'd have to be done in a dry dock anyway. That's pretty strange, really. I don't know why.
How long have the fish stocks been declining around here?
Oh, a while now. Overfishing's the most likely cause, but it's gotten a lot worse the past couple of months. Most of the small guys gone out of business. Wong's the only one still holding on. Or he was.
Who owns this warehouse?
It's leased to a company called Majestic Shipping, out of the Far East.
Could you give me a phone number?
Well, depends on which number you want. They got offices in Hong Kong, Chechnya. So, which number?
The main number.
No, these guys don't quite work like that. But it's okay. I'll get you all the information I have.
Just fax it to me. What's the Terracon?
Ocean-going tug. It burned at sea 2 months ago.
Really?
Why would Wong have a slicker from the Terracon in his cabin?
Well, I don't know. Don't think he knew those guys. They were Russian. Maybe he picked it up as scrap after the fire.
I think I remember hearing something about that. The crew all died, didn't they?
Yeah.
Well, why don't we go take a look at the Terracon?
Well, sure. Yeah, it's not far from here. Come on. Seattle. Anyway, Coast Guard cutter, the Stalwart, saw a fire on the horizon, rushed out there. By the time they arrived, it was too late. The entire crew had burned to death.
How many men were on board?
Total of 9, although only 4 bodies were recovered. The rest were presumed lost at sea.
What was the cause of the fire?
Never determined. They have no idea.
Look at that. Fire damage seems to be contained to the outside of the hull. Cabin and the interior don't seem to be burnt at all.
Okay, so what's your point?
Well, how was the crew killed by a fire that only burned the hull? For that matter, why did the fire only burn the hull in the first place?
You got me. You're the detectives. Look, do you mind if I go? I got a lot of forms to fill out. You know, when there's a dead body, wow, paperwork.
Sure, you can go. I'll call you if I need anything. Thanks.
Oh, no problem. Well, it was nice to meet you, and I'll fax you those phone numbers.
Well, looks like it's just you and me. I'm not having much luck over here so far.
Look at this.
What is it?
I have no idea.
Well, be careful with it.
Relax.
It looks like an explosive device.
Well, it could be. It's certainly heavy enough.
Maybe we should call in a hazmat team.
Let's not overreact, okay?
What the hell are you doing?
You really need to cut down to 1 cup a day. It's empty.
What is it?
I don't know. But I do know one very happy lab technician. This looks interesting.
Looks like Cyrillic. Seattle PD has a task force investigating smuggling out of the former Soviet Union. They've got a full-time translator over there. I can get it translated.
Do you mind if I have the FBI handle this?
I don't think so, but give me a copy of the translation, all right?
Of course. This place looks like it's already been dusted for prints.
Oh, yeah, so it has. Probably from the first investigation into the fire. Hey, this is strange. It looks like there's a fresh set of prints over the top of the old ones. Yeah, somebody's put their hand on this after it's already been dusted. Either that's pretty sloppy police work or somebody else has been here.
Well, we better have them lifted.
I bet the previous investigation was less than thorough. We should go over this thing with a fine-tooth comb.
John, it's Craig. I need a set of prints lifted.
Ooh, field work, my favorite. Where?
Camden impound dock. The boat's called the Terracon. These are prints that were laid on top of a previously dusted set.
I love a challenge. Flag the spot for me, I'll take care of it.
Hey, Detective. Truett from the coroner's office just called. They've completed the autopsy on Mr. Wong. She's found something you ought to see.
Well, looks like we're headed to the coroner's. I can hardly wait.
Come with me. I want to show you something.
What did you find?
See these outlines here on the side of the cabin?
Yeah, it's kind of frightening, isn't it? What causes it?
I have no idea.
It reminds me of pictures I've seen of Hiroshima.
How's that?
Well, the blast from the bomb left the outline of people behind. I don't know why. I can barely remember it. I was only a kid when I saw the picture. Jesus, scared the bejesus out of me. This is Agent Willmore with the FBI. He questioned Wong yesterday.
I hope you found out everything you needed to know.
What have you got?
This is undoubtedly one of the most unusual autopsies I've ever performed. This man died from a single gunshot wound to the back of the head. Large caliber weapon, point-blank range. He was also a drug user. It looks like he was high at the time of death.
That would account for the lack of struggle.
But if the slug or the drugs didn't kill him, this man would have been dead within a matter of weeks anyway.
Oh, Jesus. Why?
He was completely riddled with massive tumors. I've never seen anything like it.
What would cause something like that?
I have no idea. But I've never seen a human being so eaten alive with cancer.
God, I hate coming here.
You know, so do I.
What kind of cancer was it?
Well, here's the weird thing. You see, these are 3 separate kinds of cancer. It wouldn't surprise me if it turned out he had a few more. It's as if his entire endocrine and immune system suddenly went haywire.
Is there a name for this?
Bizarre.
No, I mean, is there a syndrome or something that explains it?
No, not that I've ever heard of.
How do you know he was high?
Well, it's mainly a hunch. Little things, state of craniovascular relaxation, total dilation of the pupils, things like that. I've seen it before, but the blood work will confirm it.
What could have caused cancer like this?
I have no idea. This isn't exactly my field, first of all, but I can't imagine what would trigger something like this. Some kind of massive carcinogenic exposure, I guess. Radioactive materials, certain classes of powerful mutagenic chemicals. Those are the only things that track with what I know.
How long had he been ill?
Tumors are highly unpredictable. A growth of this size would seemingly take a fair amount of time, but he would have been in immense pain.
Which might explain the illicit drug use.
Even with the drugs, a condition like this would be almost impossible to ignore, and the amount of drugs he'd have to take to ease the pain would make him a near zombie. It's strange.
Have you seen anything else like this recently?
No, thank God.
Is that the slug?
Yes, it is.
I'd like to have it analyzed.
That'd be all right, I suppose.
Could this be connected to the Terracon?
Yeah, I was wondering that myself.
The Terracon, I remember that. You're the second FBI agent to mention that this week.
What are you talking about?
Well, actually, to be specific, you're the 3rd FBI agent. There were a pair here the other day, a man and a woman.
What are you talking about?
They had the bodies of the Terracon crew members exhumed. She insisted on performing a second autopsy.
What were their names?
Sorry, I'll have to look that up. I see a lot of names.
It was Mulder and Scully, wasn't it?
Yes. Diana Scully and Wolf Mulder, that's right.
What did she find?
I have no idea. The bodies are still here if you want to see them.
What were the results of the original autopsy?
They died of severe burns.
We want to see them.
All right. You're not squeamish, I hope.
God, I hate coming here.
Fair warning, this is going to be pretty bad. These guys had been interred for 2 months. You all right?
Just peachy, thanks. Can we get this over with, please?
Sure. I don't know what the hell's going on here. I think someone's stolen the bodies from the Terracon. You two stay here. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll let you know if I find anything.
What the hell have we stumbled onto here?
Well, I have some theories.
Okay, I'm listening.
Well, how is Mulder and Scully's case linked to Wong?
Good question. Through the Terracon, obviously. But what is the one thing that ties them all together? Oh my God.
What is it?
I think I know what's going on here. Oh, Jesus. I hope I'm wrong.
What?
They're smuggling something. They're smugglers. Wong worked for the same people as the crew of the Terracon.
That would explain the slicker and the lack of fishing equipment.
So they worked for the same people. You questioned Wong. He was killed because they thought he talked. Your two missing agents have the crew from the Terracon exhumed, and both they and the corpses turn up missing? We've stumbled upon a smuggling ring bringing either radioactive material or possibly chemical weapons into the U.S. from the former Soviet Union. That explains the fire on the Terracon, Wong's cancer, why he was killed, and what happened to your two missing agents. They got too close. Someone's covering their tracks, and they're not afraid to shoot FBI agents to do it. You and I have to work together. We have to stop this. If I'm right, thousands of people might die. I'm going to have to demand that we cooperate fully with one another.
Okay.
You just got yourself a new partner.
Your tax dollars at work.
Hey, do the words lunch hour mean anything to you?
You're in a mood today.
What do you want?
Did you get those prints lifted?
What do you mean? You just called. I'll get to it after lunch. Oh. Very cool. Cyrillic?
I guess. I just need it translated.
So let it be written, so let it be done. Yowza. What is this? A bomb?
I don't know. I don't think so. But I do need you to tell me just what the hell it is.
Your wish is my command. Ah, another hunk of lead. I love bullets. Simple, tough, silent. Kind of like you there, Willmore. Yet in the right hand, they speak volumes. You want I should match this against the last one?
Astute as always.
I shall make it so.
You working on anything good?
Yes, actually, an art theft. Very cool stuff. Mum's the word.
Ah, so the comic book is research.
Hey, it's me. I got those prints lifted for you. That was a lot of fun, I have to tell you. I processed them, but I couldn't find any matches. I ran them against every database I have access to. Nada. You should try it again on your end, you know? Run it against the terrorism database, EBE database, ex-president's database. I'm sure you'll come up with something. I sent the digital file to your email. Standard format. Later.
You've got mail.
Hey, it's me. You asked me to call and let you know we got here okay. We got here okay. That's it. Happy Easter.
What are you doing?
No, ma'am, what the hell are you doing? You're supposed to be keeping me informed about your case. Have I been informed? No. I've been kept completely in the dark. You know the policy, always have a backup. What if something happened to you? Where would your investigation be then, huh? Agents' lives are on the line here. You better think about that instead of how you can score points with A.D. Skinner.
You know why I haven't kept you informed? Because I've been busting my ass in the field. You ought to try it sometime.
Oh man, I don't know what the hell's the matter with me. I'm losing it. I've been being followed by two guys in a sedan. I think they're the same ones you tangled with, and I don't know who the hell they are or who they work for, but they're obviously government. I think Mulder and Scully stumbled onto some kind of corruption that runs all the way into the Bureau itself.
Well, that's more than a little paranoid.
Maybe, but better paranoid than dead.
I could see your point, but that still doesn't add up to corruption.
What the hell else could it mean? It makes perfect sense. A high-powered smuggling ring is paying federal officials to look the other way. Mulder and Scully stumbled onto it and got whacked.
You may be right.
You have to keep me better informed.
I've sent you some things.
Sure, a few, but if you're as stuck as it sounds, any little thing could blow it wide open. The more I know, the better I can do my job.
I don't have squat. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I just don't have any leads that make any sense.
That's too bad. What does Skinner think?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him.
Well, just keep me informed, and I'll do what I can to help. We need to be incredibly careful. They could well be coming after us next. Just keep me in the loop. The more I know, the better I can do my job.
So why were your fingerprints found on the Terracon?
What?
The Terracon. It's an ocean-going tug. Burned its...
I know what it is. What are you saying?
Just trying to figure out how come your fingerprints were found on a ship that's been involved in 10 deaths, 2 disappearances, and you should probably never even have heard of.
Listen, I was called in to investigate that fire 2 months ago when it happened. I didn't find anything. It took me a couple of hours, that's it.
So why did I never hear of it?
Geez, I don't know, maybe you were in the can. Look, I never mentioned it because it was way below radar. I filed my report with Shanks, end of story. All right, I may have left a set of prints, but that's all I did wrong. Wait a minute. Maybe that's why I'm being followed. I assumed the crew were smugglers, right? That's what my report said. If they've seen my report, then someone in the Bureau is involved. No, listen, this all makes perfect sense. There's a massive smuggling ring paying federal officials, maybe even FBI agents, to not only look the other way, but to provide outright assistance, including following agents who get just a little too close to the truth. Jesus, there's no way of knowing how high this goes. All right, look. We can't take any chances. You keep me in the loop. I don't want you to talk to anybody else but me until we can figure out what the hell is going on here. I better get out of here before my car is spotted.
Okay. I gotta get to a stakeout.
At the warehouse? Watch your ass.
Do I have news?
Good morning.
What's the matter with you?
I worked last night. What's the matter with you?
I didn't.
What time is it?
Almost noon. We have a burn victim, and the injuries appear to match those sustained by the crew of the Terracon. I have the whole thing on tape. Let me just rewind it. Hey, it's not flashing midnight. Impressive. I like a man who's not afraid of technology.
How do you know about the Terracon injuries?
I got the original autopsy reports. I have them if you want to see them.
Who's the victim?
A John Doe. He was a truck driver for Gordon's Hauling in Charno.
Where did you get the videotape?
Surveillance cam at the gas station. It's not great video, but it still shows the thing.
What thing?
You'll see.
What time did this occur?
6:17 a.m. this morning.
That could be Mulder's rental car. Same make. That looks like Mulder.
Have you seen him?
No, just photos. That guy was at the warehouse last night. Different truck. Same company, Gordon's Hauling.
Charno, Washington. So, what do you think?
What was that?
I have no idea, but his injuries are identical to those from the Terracon, and all of the gas station's electronic equipment stopped working. So what do you think it is?
I have no clue.
Neither do I, but there is no doubt in my mind that this death is connected to those from on board the Terracon.
A weapon of some sort?
Could be, but what? I mean, I've never heard of anything like this, and that powerful. It's scary.
That light looked like it was coming out of that man's body.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? So what the hell was that all about?
What did the man from Charno want with Mulder, assuming that was Mulder?
I don't know, but whatever it was, it didn't look friendly.
Who was he?
Don't have an ID on him yet. He was very badly burned.
What about Gordon's Holling? Could somebody over there ID him?
Nobody answers the phone, and apparently there's no one on the premises. I sent a Duval County sheriff over there. No luck.
So, what's the connection with Gordon's Holling?
You mean, why was a Gordon's Holling truck both here and at the warehouse?
Yeah.
They were involved in the smuggling.
Where's the truck?
Totally empty. I've got an evidence crew going over it right now.
Where does Terracon fit into all this?
Obviously, they were part of the smuggling. Either they fried themselves mishandling plutonium, or someone had them killed.
What happened to Mulder? This whole business smells funny. There's something strange going on, something more than smuggling. I can't pin it down.
I don't mean to harp on it, but we have to stick with the facts that we have. And all of them point to a smuggling operation.
We need to focus on Mulder and Scully. Where are they? All this voodoo with flashing lights and burnt corpses is not the case we're here to solve.
I don't agree. If we can understand what this is about, then we can find your missing agents.